So, do you guys remember the defaults that challenged me to a war against the Midas army? Well, they have non-stop begged me ever since the second battle to do a third and final battle with them. The main reason I didn't want to, which I didn't tell them, was because of how badly they cheated in the second battle. Basically, mid-game, they just started inviting more players into the game, even though they already outnumbered us by having like 2 more players. And instead of sticking what they got, they invited like about 2 to 3 more players. But then, whenever I was working on my agency again, since the defaults destroyed it, they decided to join up the game, and I didn't want them to try to destroy my agency again. So, I decided to accept their challenge, and we died a couple of times. Not gonna lie, we also did put up a pretty good fight in here though, but I had a little trick up my sleeve. Since they cheated in the war before this one, I decided to tell him that some of my friends wanted to watch us while we fight. But instead of just letting them watch us, they were actually going to sneak attack whenever I told them to. We did put up a pretty good fight though. We were over here dying and winning at the same time. I am a god with an AR, so I would spray him out the air sometimes. Until eventually, after a few rounds of fighting the defaults, we would send in the rest of our troops and absolutely demolish the defaults. No matter how badly the defaults were beating us, we would always get back up and try our best to defeat the defaults. No matter how good they were and no matter how many points they were up, we would still try our best and fight them until it was time to send in the rest of our troops. And like I said, this battle was kind of going back and forward. But whenever our troops came in and it helped us fight, it was a whole different story. We were destroying the defaults, and it came to the point where eventually the defaults had decided to leave the game. They were tough, but at the end of the day, we have won the war. And also, you guys may be confused on why the fish and Midas are at war again, but I'll explain that in the next video. Peace!